Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Woo-hoo-hoo. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the year.
Whoa.
It's a good time for some laughter too. Gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration.
Happy Labor Day, everyone.
I even did the music, the little instruments.
It was like Cool and the Gang was here in our room.
Welcome, you laboring dirties, to a new episode of Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ.
Wood.
We love to be your favorite part of every week when we bring you in on your first day back to work, back to school, especially this week because this is the unofficial end of summer.
This is it.
But it's not the last day of summer because the last day of summer is September 20th.
No, and the way the global warming, it stays hot a lot later than that too.
But it's always been,
till October. It'll be hot.
But you are no longer allowed to wear white after today.
Yes, then they flog you and beat you, as they should.
Although if you live in Miami or LA, you should still be able to have some white.
Nope, no white. That's it. In the closet it goes. No white for you.
Also depends on what color white.
I think white's not a color.
Okay. What about the article of clothing? Like if it's sneakers, you could still wear white sneakers.
Yeah. You could always wear white sneakers.
If it's a baseball uniform, Shams just got his baseball uniform and it's white.
Yes, and for those that he still hates playing, he does not like it, and hopefully he'll start to enjoy it. You know, he still is not into it.
But he loved baseball camp over the summer. And
they didn't play any baseball. That's one of the first things that last week when I asked him after the tryout, when it looked like no one had ever thrown a ground ball at him in his life, I said, "You went to baseball camp every day. How come you still don't know how to hold a bat?"
What? He swings it really nicely.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know how to hold it. This is your top hand. This is your bottom. He holds reverse and swings like this, which is completely wrong. And he said, "What'd you do at baseball camp?" Well, he said, "Well, we played red light, green light, and we played tag. They didn't play any baseball." So I'm like, "Oh, all right."
Then why would he be in cleats all day?
Tell me about it. I wanted to know too.
I don't agree. I'm sure that he's just being a child, which he is. Okay. And I really, really hope that he does not ever hear you say that. Well, what I was going to say about Shams's homework, I love the teacher's choice of structuring the homework. Every single day, the folder comes home and the folder goes back to class. So every day when he comes home from school, he has one page and he knocks it out. He's excelling. The structure is working so well because he doesn't feel overwhelmed by a homework pack that's due at the end of the week. He just does one page, and then in the past he would do like, "Oh, can I skip this page? Can I do this other page? I don't like to do this way." And like his whole approach changed because it just goes to show that when you look at something, a feat, a task in life, if you look at it and say to yourself and think to yourself, "I can do this," then you just do it. But then if it's 5 pages, you just think that you can't. And then you just want to procrastinate.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Every kid's different. Everybody, that might work for some other kids. It doesn't work for him. We went to the park yesterday, or the day before. We went to 2 parks, actually. And it was so hot. But there was a ladder that you had to climb. And then when you climbed to the top, I'm talking like one of those jungle gyms. You got to reach over, and he was so scared, and it was nothing. It was like for little kids. He did it when he was younger, and he started crying. He wanted to give up, and just like, "No, bro, you got to do it." And he did it, and then he kept doing it. So I think sometimes you just have to you got to make sure that if they're uncomfortable, you got to push them through the discomfort, because that's how you get better at things.
I know that works for me too. Like if I am doing something physical, I don't know yet. So I can try something physical because that's what that example was, right?
Yes.
Yeah. A physical task is different. I think, like a homework task, it's working really well for us. It's been nice. I like it a lot. I feel really grateful for it. I love it.
Good.
So, Jeff has this running joke where he makes fun of my Poshmark, and he makes like,
Apparently they make fun of me all the time too.
no, that's just you being sensitive and not listening to the actual show.
Okay.
But one of the funny things that he does is, and I'm like part of the joke. We're all in on the joke. It's that there's well, if you want to know the history of the Poshmark question, I could tell you where it came from. But someone maybe on Reddit or whatever claimed that I was selling gifts. I didn't. I have product that happens to be someone that like I had a bunch of different things, but what the joke became was that I sell a gift. So wait, why did I start talking about it as a thing? Oh, I know why. Because what I went back and I was like, it's really interesting considering my Poshmark has most of the stuff that's there is already sold. So it's not for sale. It's not that easy to have like you have to post the stuff yourself. You know what I mean?
No, I've never sold on Poshmark, so I don't.
So Poshmark is like eBay. If you have something that's it's kind of like a Craigslist or an eBay, there's Depop, and you can put your stuff on there and then you resell luxury items or anything you want. It could be a rare item. It could be something like how I came across it was when my luggage was stolen. I found things that you couldn't buy in the store anymore. And people started to do that with sneakers, coveted sneakers, and then it just kind of goes from there. But I don't know why I'm shouting this out, but I looked at it because I was like, what's there? And I was like, I get new followers all the time. I was just going to say, I'll start listing more things on there if I can. If I have the time.
You heard that, folks.
I just sold a pair of Good American jeans for $50 right this second.
Darth Vida comes back this week, no?
I think you guys are going to go to the airport where all of us are going to go tomorrow to pick her up if I don't have to go to work. Yeah.
What time?
Evening.
Okay. Clark's coming here tomorrow. Shout out Clark. Clark's pregnant. My buddy Clark. Good friend of mine.
How far along is she?
I don't know. Long enough that they could tell people. They couldn't tell people for a long time. It was IVF too, so shout out to whoever their doctor was making that happen for them. They're very excited, and he's going to be a really, really good dad. So I'm fired up for him. Another buddy of mine, man, had a heart attack, and he's actually a year younger than me. Yeah, I hope he's okay, and I hope that. He comes out of it better than ever, and I hope he takes a minute to realize that smoking's terrible and he should quit. And I hope that he gets better and gets back on his feet quick.
Okay, well, that was a lot of info. I definitely want to send the well wishes and the healing prayers to your buddy. And then on a positive note, you said that Clark and Marlene are able to announce their pregnancy publicly, so we can talk about it now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations to them. Do they listen? If they do, we're really excited. This is such an amazing time. Pregnancy, expecting your first child. There will never, ever be anything like this time again.
It's real difficult too. It's a difficult time. It's not easy to, it wasn't easy for them to conceive. She's got some family history and, so I'm grateful for their doctor. I'm grateful that they were able to do it. And like I said, I know he's going to be a real good dad. She's going to be a real good mom too. So anytime, that people will be good parents or get to have their kid, You know, I'm happy for them. I really am.
She's been already a mom because she's got so many siblings and such a big family that she said she already felt like as a sister, she was already a mom.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now she's ready to have her own, very own. Even though, like, it sounds like Marlene's sisters were already, her siblings gave her so much responsibility that she
But
didn't
none of them
even.
are here. They're all in Orange County. So like she doesn't have anybody here. So, you know, it'll be hard for them. But, you know, at the same point, I'm like I said, they're very, very happy. They're grateful. I'm grateful for them. He's older than me. And she's a few years younger than me. But, you know, they'll be good parents. And anytime someone, you know, that you know is going to be a good parent, you're happy that they're able to have their child, to have their kid. And it's going to be a boy. So my little guy and his little guy can hang out at some point. My little guy
When
can
is
show
their
them the
due
road.
date?
February. I don't know
Oh.
the exact date, but in February.
That's far.
Yep.
Oh, so they're at the beginning.
It'll be here before you know it, though. It'll be here before you know it. And he'll be by here tomorrow. I haven't seen him in a minute, so I'll be happy to see him.
Do they live in Oxnard?
Yeah. Yeah. And you said I got to pick your mother up tomorrow. What time?
The whole family.
No, you just said that if you're working, I have to.
If I have to go to work, I was gonna just ask you to go and get, because I think all three of us, she wants to see
No,
Shams.
I got to take Shams with me when I
Yeah.
get her. I got to take Shams.
Yeah, so I was just thinking if it's not, but it's also got to be, we've got to go to the building and it's going to be a big day. So we'll see how we figure it out, but it's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And I wonder if she had how the rest of her trip was. Started off bad. She got her phone swiped. She got pickpocketed apparently, and I wonder how the rest of her trip went.
Well, I think it went smoothly after the beginning.
I bet she was able to, you know, and take in things more and enjoy them more without the phone. Where you don't, you know, every 2 seconds you're looking at your phone. Without it, you're beat. Like it's one thing if you're here and you're traveling and you travel to Texas and you lose your phone, you could still go get a phone at the store in Texas. You know what I mean? If you're in Europe and you lose your phone, you're kind of shit out of luck until you come back home. But it gives you a beat.
I think that she could go to an Apple store if she needed to.
No, but then you got to set it up through Verizon. You're going to waste half your trip to do that in another country where you don't speak the language. I think you just kind of take it on the chin until you get home. And yeah, like I said, you take some time to actually really enjoy the sights and enjoy the surroundings, and hopefully it brought more of that to her trip. But it's all good. Now, listen, I don't know what she did. I hope she enjoyed her trip, her voyage. It's fucking 3 weeks in Europe. I hope she enjoyed it. I hope that she doesn't come back with all the things that were wrong, and tells us what was fun about it.
It was so funny today. I was thinking about our morning, and I have to say, when I do something at 6 a.m. or I take Toya for a walk, by the time I get back from the walk, it feels like yesterday.
I don't know what that means.
So this morning, I woke up around 6, and I went and I took Toya for a walk around the neighborhood. And then by the time I came back home, it felt like this morning was yesterday.
Okay.
That's a little concerning.
You say so.
It is.
Okay. Sounds frightening.
It does.
It does.
I don't know how that works out.
I don't either.
So I'm excited to try and brush Toya's teeth. We got her toothpaste, doggy toothpaste, and toothbrush.
With a racket.
No, it's a completely different type than.
Well, I know. Then they can use human toothbrush. I know that, but it's still a racket.
It's not expensive. It was like $8.
Okay.
Yeah. But Shams wants to try it brushing her teeth too, so we're gonna do that.
That's cute.
Yeah.
He made guacamole, the kid, and it was very good. I'm not even a big guacamole fan, but he made guacamole. It came out excellent. And I told him, you make that 2 or 3 times, you know how to do that for the rest of your life. So they took some sort of cooking class in school. We never got that shit. We had our arts class was mechanical drawing, which was like you know, downtown Baghdad, dude. That was a war zone. That poor guy had to deal with us. That was crazy. But yeah, we didn't have any of that, like home ec or any, they didn't teach us any of that. So I'm happy that he's learned how to cook a little bit. You know, you could, once you know how to make yourself a few meals, you could survive forever. You know, you always know how to make yourself something to eat.
I think Shams can tell us exactly how to make the best guacamole that anybody could ever eat.
No, it was good. It was good.
He knows all the ingredients. Mm-hmm. He knows how to
pick the avocados. The steps. He bought the avocado. We went to the store and I bought the ingredients with him, and I just read the list and he went and got the things, which was also, real proud of him.
He memorized it.
He knew but he knew where everything was. He knew where the onion was. I mean, it's mostly produce, but he knew everything. He knew what cilantro was. He knew what avocados to pick. It was good. It was good.
He knew the cilantro. He picked it out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. He was, he knew it was which onion. He was good, man. He was good.
So Saturday night we went to the fair. It was like not a county fair. It was a local Agora Hills. Oh my God. Wow. All I can say is that we were making a donation, hopefully that went into the pockets of people who wanted the donations.
Yeah, that's crazy. That $160 to get in there is fucking nuts, dude.
It was.
I got diverticulitis. I think we talked about this on here, but like I had a little bit of a flare up. I mean, it's still bothering me, not as intense as it was the last couple of days. But that night they went, I didn't go, but I like that. I like going to those fairs, that type of thing. So I was gonna go, but I texted her to find out what the deal was, whether you need tickets or whatnot. She said, "Yeah, I already got them. They were $160." I'm like, I'm good. I'll stay home. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Like for a family to go out, it's going to cost you $160 to go to a fair that doesn't even count the fucking massive amounts of money that it costs to play any of the games at these type of fairs.
It was plus games.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If there was a way that you could get one that includes the games, that would have been nice. Because like the games,
they'll never do that because that's where they make like most of the money at those things. Because no one wins, so they keep playing. They really need to make those games less or less expensive. Playing $20 is like it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, $20 for a ball, or like a bowl of balls.
Well, 3 balls for 3 throws for $20. It's crazy.
Right. But then it's impossible to win.
That too. So you got to. I'm not going to spend $150 to play your stupid game to win a dumb fish.
And also, with like the bottom of his heart, he like wants
to play. Yeah,
not just to play, but he wants the prize.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why if you made those cheaper, like if you made those games $5, people would keep playing. You'll still get the same money, but people would keep playing. People feel like they're getting ripped off when you spend $20, $40, $60, $80. All of a sudden you spend for a game as a parent, because you've been alive this long, that it's meant for you not to win. But it's like, what are we doing here, dude? It's just,
so this is
there's definitely no Malibu cook-off. I didn't go, but it definitely is no Malibu cook-off, which they're not having this year because of the fires. Yeah. Spencer Pratt keeps getting in their ass too. I think it's great.
He's amazing.
I think it's great. I just got to reach out to him because he was taking pictures of the schools in the Palisades, and they're all burned down. So he's like, back to school, back to school, but everyone's going back to school. Oh, wait, you can't go back to the schools because they're all burned down. So maybe I have a bunch of books that maybe if I get them to him, he might be able to, or if I get in touch with him, he might be able to tell me where to bring him. Because I call these schools and their message boards, or, you can't really get anybody on the phone. And I don't want to just drive over there, not knowing where to go. So maybe I should reach out to him. I think he'd probably respond. You did his podcast, no? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he'd probably respond.
Yeah, shout out to Spencer Pratt for making such a big difference and making them so accountable. If you guys are living under a rock, go to Spencer's Instagram and you'll see countless videos of him talking about what's happened in the tragic fires of the Palisades. If you're you touched on something I wanted to reply to. So let's just say we're paying $5 or $25. I just want Shams to be able to win, even if we pay nothing or $1 million. I just want him there to be the possibility of having a freaking win. So the first
but I want him
game,
to win. I don't want them to just give him something
yeah, but
because
it's
he played.
but it's those games that they're designed
Yeah, all
to
of
be
them are.
impossible.
All of them are.
I didn't see one
All of
person
them
walking
are.
around in the park with any prizes.
Yeah, no, they
not
all are.
one person had a prize, and I'm going to tell you why.
No, some of them are even more of a scam. I know that. I think Six Flags. It was Six Flags, or what's the other one that's out here? The one by Great Adventure. I mean, by Disneyland.
Knott's Berry.
Knott's Berry. I think one of them. I don't remember which one got in trouble because you couldn't win their prizes.
Yeah, let me tell
But
you
there's
what it
nobody
was.
policing the carnivals like that. You know what I mean? You could police.
I've been trying to tell you this for 5 minutes. Let me tell you what happened. There is one of those ginormous squares, and then it's the space between you and that. It was like 100 Coca-Cola glass bottles,
You
right?
gotta throw the top on it.
Then you got to have those
The circles
red rings.
to throw the top on it. Yeah, I know.
Plastic on plastic.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Oh, and all the prizes are teddy bears or Pokemon bears or whatever. They're all wrapped around
And
the
even
top.
those, you don't win. Like if you get one on, you don't win that.
Right.
You gotta win you gotta get like 5 on.
Right.
And you win that. You get 1 on, you get like fucking a keychain. What are we doing?
Right.
You know? It's crazy.
So
especially because again, it costs you $20 to play. Then I should win something for the equivalent of $20. You know what I mean?
Hold on.
Or at least 10. That thing costs 5 cents.
If you get the ring on the top of the Coca-Cola bottle, it flies off.
Oh yeah, it's because hard plastic.
It ricochets.
It's hard plastic. It's not like it's,
rubber.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
No,
So-
but there's levels of plastic. That's like throwing a rock at it. You know what I mean? There's no give.
Exactly.
No, I know, man.
And then you know those baskets, and they tell you to throw the softballs in the baskets.
The bounces out every
Yes.
time because the
Thing is
the way it's
tilted.
angled. Yeah, and it's
Yes.
hollow inside, so it's like no, I get it, man. I get
It's
it.
impossible.
I get it.
Like it's impossible.
Yeah, and even
And
if
it's
it's not
sad
impossible,
because-
let's say it's out of 100 times, it happens 5 times.
What if you put glue in the ball?
Yeah, you know, but
How
like
is it not going to ricochet?
But again, the idea
can
of it
be
is to keep
impossible.
playing, right? You know, till you win it. But if you're pricing it at $20, you can't afford to keep playing that. I don't give a fuck how rich you are. Like the economics of it does not work. Where you're just gonna be like, all right, here's another 20, here's another 20, here's another 20, so I can win this cheap stuffed animal. You know, if they made it more affordable, people would keep playing. I'd stand there if it was $5, I'd play with Shams all night. Here you go, keep going. But then it sucks to tell them no, we can't do it anymore because that's fucking highway robbery because they don't understand that. You know.
Well,
It's crazy.
How about this? How about if they made the admission include?
They can't make it include the games. They're gonna because that's where they make a lot of their money.
Okay.
I only know from the St. Helens Feast back in the day that.
What if you have the tier of like saying, look, we're gonna give you a high tier. You want to because there were supposed to be all donations to the school district. Okay, so if you want to just get in, you can get in at this price. If you want the rides, you get the rides.
But
If
that
you
they
want
can.
gameplay. Then you can pay this
can't-
like really high thing, but you still wouldn't win a prize. You would just have unlimited play.
Yeah.
But
I
if
know they'd
I'm
have to make that
willing to
exorbitant
spend
too.
$1,000
No, but you're right. Listen, if they told you you spent $160, if they told you it's $300, but you get to do everything. Here's your wristband.
Well, we
everything.
definitely ended up spending like between me and Jen, we definitely spent $100 each on the game.
Easy.
In addition,
That's what I'm saying. So if they said flat rate, $300, you get to do everything. Here's your
that
wristband.
was
This
another
gives you everything.
$500 to the.
It's crazy.
Hopefully, it went to the right place.
I fucking hope so, man. I hope so. And then they're gonna ask you for money again real soon. So I don't know where. And this isn't a private school; it's a public school. So I don't know where all the fucking money goes. But that's California in general, man. There was, California took in more money for homeless than like they could build a house for every fucking homeless person with the amount of money that they've taken in. And I only know for for, having the nonprofit with Fight Club, I get access to information that the average person doesn't get access to. Meaning I'm on certain mailing lists. There's certain things that they send to me that other people, and when you see the amount of money that these people make combating homelessness, the fucking last thing that they're ever looking to do is try and end homeless. Someone's making $600,000 a year, $500,000 a year being on the board of fucking, finding someone a house to live in. Trust me when I tell you, they're not looking to help that person. They get them a fucking sleeping bag and maybe a bottle of water. But yeah, they'd much rather keep you out on the streets because otherwise they're going to lose that cush job. So like I said,
well, it used to be a noble profession to say that you were working to end, homelessness.
No, listen, boots on the ground people. Now, I'm not saying that they're not. Those people, sure, yeah, the ones that are out there every day trying to help the homeless, feed the homeless, doing shit like, absolutely. Those people are really altruistic and they're really trying to. But I'm talking about like who's like
suits.
Yeah, who are they working for? Where's that? Trace that back. Where's that money going? And more often than not, it's like 6 people that work on a board. They take in $30 million, but they only spend $3 million on homelessness. It's crazy. Dude. It's
so crazy. I want to talk about the fair because of the rides. So we go to the fair, and there's 2 different kinds of rides. One of them
is a death trap.
Is those ginormous high AF salt and pepper shaker. They were at least 50 feet up in the air.
That's why one of the other reasons I wanted to go, because I knew that fucking Laverne and Shirley over here that went to I've been there with her.
Why would we go on a ride?
No, can't go on.
The kids can't go.
No, that's too dangerous. No, too dangerous. It's
no, I would go before kids. I'd go.
Oh, yeah.
But after kids, there is no fucking way in hell. All we see is these rides snap in half. There's a power outage.
She's like, what if there's an earthquake? I'm like, oh, fuck, really? That's where we're at? All right, yeah, well, hurricane. What if there's a tornado that happens? And well, no, we can't. We should, like I said, next year, just go and park in the car and just watch.
We did.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good.
There were, for the kids' rides that were not teenage or like adult-sized children, there was nothing. There was a fun house. There were 2 fun houses. They had fun at the fun houses. Like Shams went in and round and round.
If they were miserable coming out of the fun house.
Because you go through like
he loves those
little obstacles, and
last
so
year,
he did that.
At the one here last year, he just kept going around and around and around in that, which is cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
He liked it.
I heard that one's an arm and a leg too. Like it costs a lot of money.
Not as bad as this.
Okay.
It's expensive, but the food is good at that one.
Oh yeah, we didn't see any food.
Yeah, and it's got a little more space, I guess. And that one's not. It's not as. Listen, those things are all expensive now.
But then the kiddie rides were practically non-existent.
Yeah.
There was one ride that looked like, those ships that go.
The pirate ships.
The pirate ships that swing really, really, really high.
Yeah.
Well, there was a pirate ship here, but it was for like toddlers, and he got on it.
And it was not. And like, this is lame.
When he got off of it, he almost cried because he was so disappointed.
That makes me happy actually, because it just tells me let's ratchet this bitch up a little bit. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
He wanted.
Yeah, no, he likes that.
No, he definitely wanted a ride.
Yeah, well, as he should. We went on the pirate ship. Where was it? Six Flags. That was a good one. He liked that.
Did you go on it with him?
Yeah, of course. No, I left him. I left him in the car.
No. I mean,
I enjoyed it myself. I went to the park willy nilly, took it all in, took pictures so that he could know that it was fun, so that one day he'll go and I'll let him out of the car. So.
No, I meant like the height sometimes is an issue. Like there were rides that we
didn't
want to go.
That one I think as long as they're accompanied with the parent, they could go on it. So like he can't walk up there by himself and go on. He needs someone that's older.
And you have to like hold them down with your body. Like
I remember when we went to fucking, where was it? Universal, he was bummed out because he couldn't go on anything. Like he wasn't tall enough to go on a lot of their rides. So it was like, oh, this sucks. That sucks. But, now he's a big boy. Now, like when we went to the water park, he could pretty much go on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this.
He was scared to.
Except this fair, you had to be an adult-sized child to go on all the things. You weren't. He would not have been tall enough to go on anything.
I bet. Her and Jen Sawala. Oh, no, you guys aren't tall enough. Oh, no. Meanwhile, Rocco's fucking 8 feet tall. The guy can go on every ride he wants. And, oh, no, this is dangerous. Oh, it's crazy.
The base of the ride was on a trailer.
Yeah, forget it. Bunch of carnies running it too.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
It folds inside of like a tow truck.
Absolutely.
How do these work?
I don't know. They basically just assume that a few of the kids are going to die.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy. I'm truly mean it when I say I'm happy to donate. And that's different from the ups and downs. But I'm glad we went. Listen, it's like a rite of passage. You got to go to your local fairs and support your local people, no matter what. Okay, on the wave of new season, new back to school, it's time to purge again. Right now is the season to purge. Go in your closet, the kids' closet, go through your stuff and get it out. I just found 3 dresses online that are from, I'll link them, I promise, that are so sharp. And my new sneakers that I have barely worn all summer long. I am loving this, like, let's just start over. Let's get rid of everything.
You have so much shit, dude. You don't get rid of anything.
I need to.
You don't get rid of anything. And it's just more stuff that comes through the door that's now going to be more shit that's going to go on top of the other shit that you refuse. This is a lie, by the way. If you ask her, about, can we get rid of it? No.
Can we get rid of what?
Anything. No. It's a war. She's like... Her and her mother, the same shit. They hoard. Shams too. Shams like, I told her yesterday, she wants to get rid of stuffed animals. I'm like, just get rid of them. If you ask him, he's going to tell you that he needs them all. Yeah. So I, if you people, you might have been noticing, I've been posting a lot more.
Oh yeah. We got to address this.
It's easier now to schedule out. So like yesterday, for example, I literally spent all day posting YouTube shorts for the month of September. So like the month of September is now scheduled.
Okay.
And, tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing with Instagram. And point being, there's a lot of old clips that we had from when we originally used to film, and then the wife didn't want to film anymore, so we stopped, but I still had all the clips. So I didn't want to scrap them, so I kind of like redressed them up so that I could kind of mix them in with the new clips. Point being, one of the clips is from like 4 years ago where we're talking about, what the fantasy and whether or not your husband still has fantasies. And I was basically like, your husband's not fantasizing about you. It's just not how fantasies work. And all the comments from the women are like, you don't know what you're talking about. My husband's still fantasizing. You don't know what. And all the men in it are like, yeah, he's right. You know what I mean? And there's like, I feel like women feel like they speak for men a lot. And that's not like, the men might bite in their lip and they might not tell you what they really feel because they want peace or they want harmony. But you don't know what the fuck your man is thinking or what they know or don't know because you say it. I just want to throw that out there. It's not like they're their own person, Okay. And I don't care what he tells you either. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times he's telling you because he knows that if they tell something different, it might cause a problem. But I'll strap those guys to a poly, and I think we might get a whole bunch of different answers.
So your point is that men are dishonest?
No, my point is that women a lot of times think that they know, everything, and they don't.
So your point is that men no longer fantasize about their wives?
Yeah. Well, again, it's a fantasy. A fantasy is a fantasy. A fantasy is the unattainable. If your wife is in the next room, you're not fantasizing about it. She's right there. So a fantasy is the thing that you can't get. That's why it's a fantasy. Like it's Fantasy Island. It wasn't regular island. They didn't go there. He didn't go to the plane boss, and they came and was like, oh, let's just act like it's Tuesday and your wife is here and we're making dinner. It's a fantasy. It's the thing that you can't have. So yeah, more often than not, I promise the guy is not fantasizing about his wife. And all the wives, oh, well, I still fantasize, but no, you don't. All right, cool. You want to say you do? Fantastic. I don't believe it. But yeah.
Well, but I don't see you in any place here trying to make the wives feel connected and fastened to a positive aspect of looking at this. You're very
the post, first of all, that post was from 4 years ago. So people acting like it's fresh. You have blonde hair in it. It's from a long time ago.
So what?
I'm saying it's not.
Does it stand the test of time?
Of course it does.
Okay. It doesn't matter if it's 4 years ago. If it stands the test of time and it applies to today, you're saying that men don't fantasize about their women because the point of a fantasy is for it to be something else, right?
Yes.
But what I'm telling you is, why don't you put the women's mind at ease with something positive and sweet? Why don't you give that a try? Why don't you tell women, hey, it doesn't mean they don't love you. No,
yes.
I'm going to show you what you could say as an example, and then you come up with one that's true for you. Here's the example.
First of all, it's a 30-second clip. So it's not something that we're
saying something.
No, it's not. It's not. Let me preface this by saying your husbands all love you. They all think that you're the best. They all think that you're beautiful. They all don't want to spend a waking moment in the world without you. But I'm not like it's just a clip. It's me talking in a clip.
Now you're talking about the clip, and now I am telling you, since you brought it up yourself. Okay, this is a podcast where we talk. What I'm saying is, why don't you try to frame it in a way that will make women feel good? Like you went in the comment section, right? And you're commenting about the comment section
I didn't comment
that
at all
women are saying.
I didn't comment. I made one comment, and it was because I responded to a woman who the woman had the observation to say that it's funny. All the women in these comments are telling him that he's wrong, but just read the men, and they're all telling him he's right.
Right.
So there's a contradiction, is all I'm saying. That women see the world this way and a man sees the world that way. And I feel like a lot of times we speak in finality. That social media has given us this place where it's given us our opinion. But we speak as though our opinion is fact. Very much so. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. People on social media are all guilty of it, where it's not the case. There's a black and a white and a gray where we live. It's not the extremes on either side. And I'm just saying that, like I said, 30 women telling me I'm wrong is not like, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's like me telling you about your menstrual cramps. You know what I mean? Oh, they're not that bad. They don't really hurt that much. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how a man thinks. And I don't know how women think. So for you to say that that's not my husband. My husband doesn't think that. How do you know? Because he tells you? All right. Trust me. Sometimes they're just making peace.
What I'm telling you to do is, since you brought it up, take the opportunity to let women feel connected in a good way. In other words, fasten that onto a good way to send send us women off into the sunset with that thought. Because you know that men and women both are guilty of overthinking. When you overthink something, you are going to take it to a place where you're going to spiral, you're going to have negative thoughts about it, and then you're going to be breeding resentment, and are we going to get back at them? How are we going to even the score? And what I'm telling you is that if you could say, hey, you know what? even though you think that, even though women tend to, I'm sorry, even though a man might fantasize about something, you as women might also fantasize about something that doesn't include them. And don't get it twisted. It doesn't mean that we don't love you and we're not attracted to you, but that's where it goes. Like, it's just, you're trying to make it about a man. Women try to tell their men that they think too often. Just give it a positive button at the end. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think you know what you're saying. Read that back. Watch that back. I don't think you just made no sense. It just made no sense. You want me to dress it up? That's exactly what I'm saying. That you shouldn't have to dress it up. So you're basically saying lie to us. That's what you're basically saying. Like, don't say the truth. Make it nice in the beginning or at the end. Don't tell us the truth. So that's what I'm saying. So for these women that are telling me my husband doesn't think that, I'm telling you he does, but he's doing what you just said to do. He's telling you, he's sending you off nice so that you walk away like feeling like, yes, believed. Like, it's not, that's just not how that's not how it works. It's not how it works.
Okay.
Like I said.
Well, I'll fasten it to something positive since you can't.
Okay.
If a man and a woman are happily married, and hopefully they are listening today, then ask your husband, since Tommy's not capable of doing so, explain it to me in a way that will make me also understand and feel positive about something that's true. Both can be true at the same time.
Well, he's with you. He's with you. He's taken vows to be with you. You probably have a family. You probably go out on dates or do things. That's enough. That should be enough. Now you want to have the fantasies too? You want you want them to be your, I want that as well. At some point, like I said, be grateful for the life that you have and not what's across the street. You know what I mean? Or the dream, it's not. It's all not all sunshines and rainbows, man. You know what I mean? It's life. There's, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a certain ideal that's just not unrealistic. And then, for us to pretend, because that's what you're asking now, is pretend that it is. I'm not going to do that. That's not me. I'm going to be honest.
Good for you. And good luck with that. Okay, I have a great question for you. Okay. Tommy Feight, if we switched lives for a day, what's the first thing that you would do as me? Well, I think you have 10.
Probably get that toe fixed.
She's cute. Yeah. She looks like she wants a little moisturizer.
Yeah. And an exorcism.
My skin is dry probably from the pool.
Yeah, I would purge. It's funny you said that. I would purge. I would walk around this house and throw a shit ton of, well, not even throw it out. I'm sure there's a ton of women that could use a lot of the clothes that you just have. But I would remove, not a layer, I would remove probably 8 or 9 layers of shit that's in this house that doesn't need to be.
How many layers? If there's 8 or 9 layers, what are you talking? Strictly closet?
Yeah, mostly your clothes. Mostly clothes. And yeah, that's probably...
That's it?
No, I mean, there's other things in here that we could get rid of as well. But yeah, I would get rid of a lot of shit.
What else would you do if you were me?
I'd be nice to my husband. It's for one.
That's not happening.
Yeah, well,
what else would you do?
That's it. I'm good.
That's it?
That's it, man. That's it.
All right. Well, this was fun. I'm really glad that we got to give you guys basically a little bonus episode. And we will see you next week, Dirties.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ. We're so happy you're coming on this journey with us. It would mean so much to us if you would rate our show, give us 5 stars, leave a nice comment, and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all our new episodes. If you go to our website, tillthedirtpodcast.com, you can sign up for our mailing list and also be sure to check out our merch. Follow us on all platforms at Till the Dirt Podcast and on YouTube at Till the Dirt with Tommy and MJ. See you next week, Dirties.